Hi, I'm Lyssa,
And I'm Bre.
and this is
Listen and breathe.
I bet you're probably wondering why we started a podcast, like what was our decision to start a podcast. So I guess we'll kind of cover that and then we'll delve into some other topics throughout the pod. Um,
Yeah, like what are you going to be gaining from listening or watching us?
yeah. So I'll let you take over why did we start it? Because it
Yeah.
was your idea.
Yeah, so I kind of just randomly had a thought to start a podcast because Lissa and I talk a lot. We have a lot of in depth conversations. We've been friends for a very long time, and we talk about everything under the sun. And we have gone through difficult things and great things. Like the roller coaster is up and down, but through it all, like we are both just always here for each other, even if there's any sort of controversy between the two of us. And we use our friendship to give each other advice, I would say. And anytime that there's like drama or anything we're having issues with, I feel like we always magnetize towards each other. Um, and throughout the years, as we've grown and we've matured, I think that we've both been through a lot of experiences that have gifted us with very insightful advice. And the more that you and I gave each other advice and support, I just thought that it was something that others could benefit from. And I was trying to figure out the best way to kind of convey that and share that with people. And I thought a podcast would be a great way. That way, people could listen to it on their way to work or, while they're doing homework or whatever. Plus, I'm a podcast girly myself. I love listening to podcasts. I know that Lyssa is more of a visual person, so she watches her podcasts, watches her YouTube. And this way, we can do both. We can set a video up and we can have our mics up.
Yeah. And that way that if you ever want some context to stuff, like you can come to this channel and you can watch our actual videos. We may insert clips and photos and videos and stuff that you may not get in the voice version. So yeah, it just gives more platforms to be able to access it.
Oh, and quick plug, we have Instagram, we have a Facebook page, we've got a TikTok. All of it's listed under our name, so if you just look it up, you should be able to find us.
Because no one else has stolen this name.
Yeah.
The kind of other sole purpose of this podcast is because like she said, she really wanted to give advice, and I think that a lot of people wonder how to maintain long-term friendships. I think a lot of younger generations specifically maybe really struggle with this, and maybe that's my perception of what I see online, but I didn't really like, she brought it up to me and I was like, oh yeah, like I'd be interested in doing it. And then I was like, I had never thought about it prior to her bringing it up, so it was one of those things where I was like, let me sit on it. I'm definitely gonna do it, but like, let me think about like what I can bring to the table. So then like I was scrolling through TikTok and I sent you this TikTok of this girl, and she was like leaving, her best friend was leaving her at the airport, and she's like crying her eyes out, and she's like, she's leaving me for her husband and her kids, and like I love her, but like I love her family, but like also like that's my best friend, and like she's been in my life for so long, and like I hate that she's leaving me. And then the comments were just like people that were like, I wish I could find this, like I wish this friendship would find me. And it was just like a ton of that, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I feel like it would be so valuable to like really talk about what we've been through as friends, because you wanted to just start it as an advice. I don't think we'd really hash out like what the like main thing was like that differentiates our podcast from other podcasts.
Right.
And I think really hitting on information around how to maintain friendships, how to create healthier boundaries. I wouldn't say we're perfect in any way, so like take our advice with a grain of salt. But I think you specifically get told a lot that you are really good at giving advice. And so I think this is a really great way for us to be able to provide our experience to other people, and hopefully that we can help you all either maintain long-term friendships or just be able to
grow as people, grow with your relationships with people,
grow as an individual,
romantic, family, friendships, because family is its own relationship, you know, and you don't necessarily have to love the people that you're blood related to. Everyone makes their own choices in life, and that includes you. You can make your own choices. So,
and I would argue that I'm closer to you than my family, except for maybe my grandparents. Like, I am closer to her than I am my own family, and so that I think plays a role into it as well. I think outside of the pod being just about friendship, we decided to add some other fun things into it. So we have some really fun ideas. We are going to bring some of our older friends in the pod because it's not just us that have been friends for a really long time. We actually have a pretty large friend group of people that have been in this friendship journey together for 5 to 10 to 20 years. And I think bringing on those people and really just like talking about like what that's like as well. Yeah, and we're going to bring some fun into it. I'll just say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, we have a Gmail. That way people can ask us questions. You're also welcome to DM us on Instagram, Facebook, all the things. But our Gmail is
lyssenandbreathe@gmail.com. So it's LYSSENANDBREATHE@gmail.com, because again, no one has taken this name. So that segues us into how we came up with the name.
Well, and I don't really have an answer for you. I was just trying to think of like punny things. I was like, what could we do? And then I was like, well, my name's Bre, and a lot of people, it's like breathe, breeze. Like
your
Bree's
favorite nickname ever?
Right. Well, Bre starts a lot of words out, and so I was like, oh, maybe I'll think of something like that. I can make something punny out of our name. And then I was like, oh, Lyssa sounds like listen. And I was like, listen and breathe. Yes, that's it. And then I sent it.
And we had a couple of other like name contenders, but you were like, I don't know. And I was like, no, I really think I like this one. Because even after you chose the name, we were still looking at other names for the podcast. And I was like, no, are you against this name? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, because I really low-key love it, and I think it would be great for the podcast. So that's how we came up with the name. Maybe we'll go in if you guys have any questions about, like, runner-up names that we had. They were all horrible. But we'd be happy to answer those. The next topic, explain our friendship, how long, and how did we meet? So this is like a 3-part question. Explaining our friendship is, at a surface level, I would say that we're very different, but we're also very similar. And we have talked about this many times. So I guess I'll talk about my thoughts on Bre. Like, Bre, she is very straightforward. Like, she's not afraid of, like, confrontation. And I wouldn't even say, like, you're fighting anyone, like, in that type of confrontation, but, like, you aren't afraid to speak your mind, and you aren't afraid to tell people like what everyone else is thinking. Like, if people are thinking it, you're gonna say it. And I'm not. So I would say that you are very laid back. You tend to not really care about what people think about you, which like I think is a quality that I really wish that I had. But I would say we're very similar because like we're both very much homebodies. We both like to read and play video games and do things like that. Our common ground is dance, so we'll get into that a little bit more. But that would be my take on like what makes her different, or like what is like how she is as a personality.
Okay, and well, I'll give my short little spiel on how I believe that Lyssa is as a human being. Here I am already like, are you cool if I'm like super like honest?
Yes.
Because here's my thing, and I fully agree. I will be brutally honest, but if I care about you enough, I will ask you beforehand. Do you want me to be honest, or do you want me to sugarcoat it? Because I will sugarcoat if you want me to, if you're feeling overly sensitive or anything. But In full honesty, Lyssa is probably one of the kindest, most caring, most passionate human beings that I know. She does have her walls up, and once you really get to know her, like, you truly will not meet a more impressive, a more genuine, and a more loving human being. She's, well, she's my best friend. So, and I chose her. So, of course, I've got good things to say. But I think that when people earn your trust, it is a very valuable thing to have.
Thank you. Thank you. I would say the same about you. Like you're very open, but like in the same sense, like
I'm selective.
you're selective. Yeah. And so like you're loyal, like you're so loyal to the people that you care about, but like you have to earn it. Like it's not just given to you. I think I tend to give it to people more like up front, like my trust, and then if they don't earn it, then I don't let them in, or like if they show me that it's not like I can't trust them, then I don't let them in. So I think we're different in that way. I tend to be more, I guess, like trusting in some ways to people in ways that maybe you're not, but you're like an open book.
Yeah, I have nothing to hide, and if you don't like it, then that's your problem and not mine. Um, so that's just, I think that that's kind of where that
I
is.
think we're also both very like that.
Yeah.
Like you're open about
Anything and everything. I will share every little detail with you. I do not care, and I don't care how long I've known you either.
She will tell you about the poop she took 5 minutes ago.
I will, and if you want to see it, I'll take a picture of it. I don't care. Granted, I mean, that's not something that I would choose to do like on a normal day, but I mean, if you ask, I don't care. But yeah, I think we're also both pretty decent at reading people, so it makes that easier to make selections of who you want in your life. And I think a huge thing is not everyone deserves to be in your life.
Yeah.
And once people show you that they don't deserve that, then you need to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
And in a separate breath, just so that those who know, I am a Cancer and Lyssa is a Pisces. So
we're both very emotional.
Take that for what you will.
You're emotional deep.
You will not see me be emotional.
No, but you aren't like a surface level talker.
Right.
Like if you're going to have a conversation with someone, you're going to talk to them about like actual life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the thing that people think that like emotional people are is like, oh, you're going to cry. No. I will cry at anything. I'll cry at a dog video online that I saw yesterday.
But no, not me.
But in a separate way, like I'm not gonna cry about like something going on in my life in front of people. Mm-hmm. Like it's usually about like, oh, this cute video, or like, oh my god, like someone else is crying, like I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
But I don't cry about my life in front of people very often.
Yeah.
But you don't cry at all about anything.
No.
You laugh as a coping mechanism and then process it on your own.
Yeah. I tend to bottle up any feelings, and then I'll have like maybe a cry session after having my kids, probably like once a month. But before that it was like I had, like never.
Okay. I guess that takes us to the second part of this question. How long have we known each other? So we met in 7th grade. And how did we meet is the next question. So I guess this will segue in. We met in 7th grade. I think I was like 11 or 12. Mm-hmm. And you were probably about the same age, because we're only a few months.
Yeah, I was about 11.
We're like 3 or 4 months apart, I think.
Yeah.
Which her birthday just passed, so happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
It's the last year of our 20s, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So we will both be 30 next year, which is 11 to 30, almost wow. 20 years. So kind of crazy. And then how did we meet? So I guess I'll let you take this one.
So in middle school. And if you don't know, I'll explain just like briefly. There's this thing called a pom team.
Mm-hmm.
And pom is basically a competitive dance.
Mm-hmm.
So in the 6th grade, I auditioned for the middle school pom team, and I made it, not because I was talented, but because I was cute. And maybe one day I will post.
You should post the original audition video.
I will post my original audition video from when I was 10 years
your mom
old.
still has it because she
Oh,
showed it to me.
It's on Facebook. Absolutely, it's on my mom's Facebook. So, yeah, like I said, not because I was talented, purely because the coach thought I was cute.
With your
He
big
told
bow,
me that
with your big
to my
black
face.
bow.
Yes, so I was very tiny, a very tiny human.
You're already short. Just for reference, guys, she's like 5.
I'm 5'3". Shut up. I'm 5'3" on a good day. Thank you.
Okay, you're 5'2".
I'm 5'3".
I'm 5'4".
Okay.
And by that I mean I'm 5'3 3/4".
Okay.
I claim that extra 4th inch.
Right. Okay. Thank
But
you.
anyways, you were smaller than you are now.
Yeah, I was very tiny. Of course, I mean I was a literal child.
Yeah.
But and I had glasses, and I had the biggest black bow you have ever seen in your life. Like this thing was as big as my head.
Yeah.
Huge. And I was adorable apparently. I don't think so, but you know, she thought I was cute.
Yeah.
There were also only 4 members returning, so she had to have a whole new team basically.
And they usually take 16
girls,
just for like reference of like how many spots were actually open.
Right. And so 7th grade comes along, and Lyssa auditions for the team. And I mean, I'll let you take that from there.
Yeah, so my grandparents like put me in a bunch of sports. I think my family really wanted me to play softball. They'll tell you that they would want me to play anything, but my aunt played softball until she tore her ACL in college from the time she played t-ball. And so I played softball for a few years before that, and I played soccer, and I did all these other sports, but I had a lot of friends who danced. And there was like an assembly or something, and I saw the team, and I was like, I kind of really want to try that. And mind you, I was a band kid at this point. Like had never danced in my life. I had taken like a couple of recreational type classes, but they were like not like a recreational season, which if you're not a dancer, those are very different. A recreational class that goes on for a week is nothing compared to like taking a whole season of recreational class, because you're actually learning material for months versus like a week. And so you have more experience like understanding how musicality works and like things of that nature.
Yeah, and you were more of a studio dancer while we were dancing than I was.
Mm-hmm.
I was strictly pom. I wasn't really interested in the studio dancing. I liked the pom in the competition.
Yeah, and so I remember going home and telling my grandma like, hey, I think I want to audition for the dance team. Like they posted auditions, and my grandma straight up was like, you're not gonna make it. Like you've never danced before in your life. Yeah, no, my grandma was very straightforward with me. She was like, I just don't want you to get your feelings hurt. Like
damn,
you're not gonna make it. And she was right. I didn't. But I knew that it's what I really, really wanted to do. Like I felt very passionate about it. Like I don't know, something about music for me, whether it's creating music, listening to music, dancing to music, singing music, like I don't know, my life is just surrounded by music. And so that was a thing that I like felt really drawn to. And I thought it was like really cool. So I took a dance class for a year and then auditioned again in 8th grade. And I think 8th grade is where our friendship really took off. Before we skip to that part, I am going to go back because we actually talked about this recently. Neither of us really have like memory of like when we actually first met, because like we both like have kind of blocked out trauma events that have happened. So we just kind of don't remember that. I do remember 2 things though. One, I thought you were really good. And I thought she was kind of intimidating, but like just because she was really good, and not because she's like mean or anything, but like I just thought she was really good. And then 2, I started my period like the day of auditions, like 20 minutes before the auditions, and I just remember she gave me like it was either a tampon or a pad, and I was just like, "Oh, that's like really nice." But again, I guess I just think that people do nice things and I'm like, "That's nice." But also, you have to think about it like you're in middle school, like this is a dance team. When you think of like pom, a lot of people think it's like cheer, but they're not the same thing. But if you grow up in schools, a lot of times they tend to be like on the popular side and they're not always like perceived as being very friendly. And so to me, it was like, oh my gosh, this girl's like actually being really nice to me. Um, and so, yeah, I just thought you were really nice. And then segue, I guess you can take this part in eighth grade, I guess, when we really, like, our friendship really, like, blossomed.
Yeah, we ended up having a couple of classes together, and of course, we were on team together, and so we just
Home
spent that
ec.
time. Home ec was a doozy. The amount of like inside jokes that we came up, we literally
Made a secret language.
made a secret language. I remember making taking a sheet of notebook paper and writing down every single inside joke that we had.
Oh, I
and
remember
it
this.
covered all of it. It covered the whole thing.
And we did this in our secret language. And we had a cipher for our secret language because in our school, like if they found like secret notes like being passed between people, they would take it from you and read it in front of the class. So we were like, oh, people aren't going to understand what this triangle and this means and this and that. Mm-hmm. So we made our own language and we passed notes in class and we wrote all our inside jokes in like hieroglyphics.
Yeah. And just for reference, let's see, eighth grade was 2010.
9-10, I think.
9-10?
9-10. I think 10-11 was freshman year.
Okay. So, yeah, just for, like, your millennial reference.
Yeah, because contrary to popular belief, we are not Gen Z. We are millennials.
That we are. My husband is Gen Z because literally, like, our year is, like, the cutoff.
Yeah, our year is the cutoff. 1996 is the cutoff year for Gen Z. So, like, it depends on, like, what side of it you were born and I guess, like, what technology you were born into. Mm-hmm. Because I think we grew up on the back side of technology. Like, I still had dial-up internet. We had, like, landline phones and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But some Gen Z kids, like, already had cell phones and stuff, like, when they were really, really young.
Yeah, no, I remember one of my flip phones, we spent
aging ourselves
so much time just playing and flipping with it that the top disconnected from the bottom. No. It did. I think it was a Razor.
We had one of those.
It was pink. The pink one.
Yes, we did too.
Mm-hmm. My grandma had this one phone that had like a little antenna on it. Yeah. And it was like a flip phone. Mm-hmm. And we used to play with that all the time.
Love that.
So yeah, we definitely millennials.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Digressing a little bit, but just to aid ourselves a little bit so you get some understanding of like how old are we and what all have we been through together. All right, this next thing is going to be a little taste of what we've been through. This was your idea. So you said some light crazy things that we've been through.
Oh, goodness.
I'll let you start.
Do we want to start like young or do we want to skip to like crazy college days? Because we were roommates in college.
Yeah, we were.
We've actually been roommates a couple of times. And when they say don't live with your best friend because it'll ruin the relationship. Well, Lyssa is the only person that I've been able to live with. And well, no, that's not true.
You've had a few friends.
Yeah, I don't actually.
But like close still too.
Yes, that we actually like talk all the time and like interact and go out and do stuff. Mm-hmm. But like I never roomed with anyone where like the relationship like ended poorly. Yeah. So I guess that's good. But they say don't room with your best friend because it'll ruin the relationship or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I think that's just because people are quick to judge each other and be toxic and be petty. Mm-hmm. And at least with us, that like was never really a thing. Granted, we did have our times that we were upset with each other. Yeah. But I think that the good always outweighs the bad. Mm-hmm. So, okay, where to even begin? Do you have anything in mind there's so much. The one thing that
I
comes to
already
me
know
is the
the-
bathroom scene.
Oh my god, no, I'm thinking about the time that you kicked me out.
Okay, well, I was gonna start lighthearted.
Oh, I didn't know how light we were gonna go.
I was gonna start with good stuff, not bad stuff. So,
I guess good stuff.
yeah, no, whatever. Yeah, so I kicked her out once, and it was because
Of a boy.
I married him, thank you, eventually.
Eventually.
So we had lived together in a duplex, and our lease was coming up for termination, and my boyfriend at the time, my husband now, and I were trying to find somewhere to live, and we couldn't find anywhere that was within our budget. And so me, being the dumbass that I am, basically told Lyssa, like, we're gonna live here, and you need to find somewhere to go.
No, mind you, this was 3 weeks before our lease ended. And we had been talking all year about re-signing the lease. Yeah, she was like, no, this is what you said. You said, either you can find somewhere else to live or we will leave and you have to find a roommate. And I was like,
I mean, I don't remember it quite like that, but
oh, I do, because I was the one that had to move out.
yeah, no, for sure.
We didn't talk for like 3 days.
3 days, and it was like the longest 3 days of my life, because literally college, like, she was a lifeline. And then I bought her a mug.
You went on vacation.
Yeah.
I remember you came up to me. We had practice because we were both on college prom. She came up to me and she goes, we hadn't talked for 3 days. I think I'd already moved out at this point or something. And she like walks up with this thing and she goes, I got you a mug. And that was the first thing she said to me in 3 days. No texts, no calls. And it was like the most, you were like, here you go. Like, it was so, like, you were so awkward. And I was like, and I think she knows, like, she knew I was upset.
Well, and I knew that I messed up.
Yeah. And she was just like, here, this is my peace offering.
Well, and truly to this day, I'm like, I cannot believe that I did that, because, like, I'm not that kind of person. Like, I don't put people out, like, on the street, literally like that. Like, I cannot believe, like, boys make you so stupid. Like, the general you. Boys make us so stupid. And granted, it all worked out in
Boys
the end.
and girls, because let me tell you,
don't leave out
the
women.
U-Haul train is real. Because I moved in with Tyler before we officially started dating. That's how bisexual of me.
How bisexual of me. I love that.
No, but truly, I think when you are I wouldn't even say limerence is the right word, but like when you're like in love or you think you're in limerence with people, like it makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do.
What a sophisticated word. Limerence. That's probably the first time I've ever heard any human being use that word.
What can I say? I just like fancy words. But I feel like that definition is like pretty spot on. Let me look up the definition of limerence for people that don't understand what limerence is: the state of being infatuated or obsessed with another person, typically experienced involuntary and characterized by a strong desire for reciprocation of one's feelings, but not primarily for a sexual relationship.
Well, there you go. So learn something new.
I would say other crazy things that we've been through outside of you kicking me out, which for reference, I did find another place to live, so.
Oh yeah, no, she was not homeless.
No, I wasn't. I got lucked out and I really enjoyed my roommates that I lived with. Future things that we could definitely talk about is like, I guess lighter things than that would be like the phases that we went through where we didn't talk to each other at all. Because maybe we had life take us in different directions, and how did we come back to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there were definitely periods of that, and I think that would be like a whole podcast in and of itself. But just kind of touching on some lighter things and maybe not delving into it. I think that would be a really good one because I think people just expect 20-year friendships to be just like constantly like you're just putting in effort and effort and effort.
Yeah.
And like, yes, it's true, but at the same time, like there are going to be periods of this friendship where you maybe don't talk to each other for a year.
Yeah. Or so. Definitely. And we can, I mean, you know, I'm always down to go deep. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say.
I can't stand you right now.
It's because I had to stop because my brain was like, don't say that. Now I can't think of how to word it, but I am down to talk about difficult conversations and difficult things that we have been through personally, together, with other people, that sort of thing. Yeah. Stupid.
Not that.
Yes. And just give like general life advice too. Yeah. My initial goal for all of this and what I have dragged Lyssa into with me is to help others, like we said, grow in their friendships, grow in their relationships, grow as human beings, grow in their passions. One thing that hopefully you'll learn about Lyssa and I is that we never stop moving. We are always searching for the next big thing that we want to do in our lives.
Quarter life crises.
Oh, yeah.
That is another, I guess, like, light, crazy thing that we've...
Yeah, so there's been some crazy stuff that's happened to us. We've had loves and we've had losses.
Oof. Yeah. That'll be a whole
thing.
Episode each.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm really excited to do this with you and to share our experiences and everything and our hot takes and our unfiltered, embarrassing mouths. Yeah. And this will be fun. I'm so excited.
Yep. Sorry, what you just said is just funny.
I'm sorry.
Plans for the pod coming... Plans for the pod moving forward. I think main ones are going to be, we're going to bring on some other friends.
Yes.
We're going to cover some wild topics. We're also going to have you guys Q&A. Like, we really want to have, you know, raw, unfiltered content.
And conversation.
And conversation around how, whether it's questions about us or questions about, like, in your life, what you're going through, how can we be there to help, I guess.
Lyssa and I are very personable people. We empathize.
Yeah.
And a lot. Yeah, so we will, any struggles that you're going through, we will take them and treat them as our own, as if, like, I will give you advice as if I'm giving advice to my best friend. Yeah. And so I really want this to feel like not only a conversation between Lyssa and I and whoever else we have with us, but between us and our listeners. Yeah. That way you guys can feel seen, feel heard. I guess you can't really feel seen because we can't see you, but like in the metaphorical sense, you can feel seen, you can feel heard. I do want to put out there that we are 100% accepting. We do not judge. We are open. We are honest. Whether you have, we do have boundaries. I was going to say whether you have, like, weird kinks, whether you've got, like, a weird thing that you do, weird hobbies. Like, my husband has spiders. He takes care of spiders in our house. Multiple of them. So we are fully accepting. Possibly hesitant, but fully accepting. Of all kinds of things, all kinds of people, all kinds of ways. But we do have boundaries. Don't be nasty. Don't be mean. Don't be rude. Don't curse at us. That's a huge thing for me is like, I will curse with you. I will not curse at you. Mm-hmm. But I just want this to be a safe and happy place. And if you send us something that we do not believe is appropriate, we will not address it. So yeah, I guess the law side of me was like, put a disclosure in.
I'm good. And then I guess the last thing is if you have any questions for us moving forward, again, our Gmail is listenandbreathe@gmail.com, which I did spell it earlier, but if you need it again, just rewind.
The wonders of technology.
No, literally. But yes, when you email us, go ahead and put your name, which we won't disclose on the podcast if you don't want to, or you can change it and we can address it that way. So just let us know if you want us to address you or not, and if you do, great. If not, we'll respect your privacy. And then put your pronouns so that we can properly address you, because we don't want to like misaddress anyone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I said weird kinks earlier, and you gave me a scared look. So I am going to take that back just because I don't think that she's ready for it. You're welcome to send it in.
You can address this. I'm just going to sit here and listen.
And breathe.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah. Well, just to remind you, my name is Bre.
And my name is Lyssa.
And this was Listen and Breathe. So
please join us in our upcoming podcasts, and if you have any Q&As, leave them in our email. All right. Yay. Have a good one.